Okay, and welcome. This video we're going to learn about the passenger section. I'm going to go through step by step. We're going to start with the standard part file. And we're going to start off drawing the overall shape. Okay, so in this case, we're going to go with a rectangle. And as I'm drawing that shape, we're looking at 3.17 on the width, and the height being 1.53, and press enter. Okay, finish the sketch. We will do an extrude. The overall shape gets extruded 3.17, and press OK. Alright, so looking good. Let's cut off some corners. So as we go to cut off some corners here, we're looking at the radius, and the radius of all of those corners ends up being a 0.3. So looking at our shape, we're going to come up, choose the fillet, set this at 0.3. Okay, start selecting our corners, rotate the shape around, get the other two. Alright, press apply. Close that out. So far, so good. Let's talk about the top of this thing. So if we start a 2D sketch on the roof, okay, so if we're looking at that box, we'll come in, draw a rectangle, dimension that rectangle. They're telling us from here to here is going to be 1.98. And go in the opposite direction, we are looking at 1.59. So we'll go from here to here, 1.59. Okay, now we got to get the box to land on the shape where we want it. Okay, they're telling us that 0.60 from the edge. So if we go to dimension this, from here to here, okay, 0.60 is not going to work, so we're going to go 0.595, like I told you in class. That rounds up to 0.60. Alright, so that'll shift that over that way, and then when I come on this side and I go to do the same dimension, you'll notice I'll get that 0.595, same deal. Okay, and then going the opposite direction, they're telling you that it should be 0.82. Okay, so if we go to dimension this and I go from here to that end line and we type our number in, let me slide the box up here so you can see it, we're looking at 0.82. Okay, shifting our box into place. Alright, so we're in good shape. We're now going to do an extrude. I select that box. We're going down. How far do we go down? Well, the drawing us is telling us that we should be going down a distance of 1.07. Okay, so that enters into there. Alright, then we're going to do some fillet. The fillet should be 0.2. So we have to change our number. We're going to type 0.2. Start selecting our corners. Again, you're going to have to rotate the box to get all four corners selected. Alright, got to get one more. Okay, all of them are 0.2. I press apply, and we can close that out. Go back home. Shape is looking good. Alright, now we have to do the cutout. We'll start with this end, then we'll do the back end. Alright, so we're going to start a 2D sketch here on the front plane. We're going to again draw a rectangle. Okay, we go to dimension this. If we go from here to the end, the number that they tell us, it should be 0.39. However, we're not going to go with that. We're going to go with what I said in class, 0.385, which rounds up to the 0.39 that the drawing is telling us. Okay, so we go 0.385, and I go over here and I dimension this 0.385. Okay, then we start down here at the bottom, coming up. They're telling us that should be 0.3. So in our case, we're going to go 0.295. Go from here to here. 0.295, which rounds up to that 0.3. And then I'll dimension this as well. Okay, 0.295. Looking good. We go to dimension this. Okay, this line, they're saying 2.4, which is right. That's what the drawing says. And then on this side, they're telling us it should come up 0.9. What are they telling us? 0.93. So we'll actually go with what they told us here. So instead of 295, we'll make this 0.3. And we'll also make this one 0.3. Okay. Now we have the 0.93, which they wanted. Why all the numbers don't match up, not really sure, but we know we're good at this point. So we're going to finish this sketch. Okay, then we're going to do an extrude on that shape. Okay, we're going into the shape. Okay, how far do we come into the shape? Well, the drawing is telling us to go in 0.37. So we're going to type that in, 0.37. Okay, heading into the shape. All right, press OK. We now need to fillet those corners. So we're going to choose fillet. Okay, the fillet that they're telling us should have a radius of 0.2, which is what we have from the last time we did it. So now all we have to do is just do some selections. Okay, rotating the cube around. Then we'll take a look at the bottom of it. Make sure we get those other two lines. Okay, so once we have all of those selected, we press apply. Okay, hit the home button. We're done with this end of the shape. We're going to rotate the shape around, look at the back half. Okay, again, we're going to start a 2D sketch. Select the plane. Now we're going to draw on the back. So we're going to start off with a rectangle. Go ahead and draw your rectangle. Okay, then we're going to dimension it. All right, they're telling us that 0.34 should be the end. So we're going to go and dimension from here to here. Okay, 0.335, which rounds up to the number that they're telling us. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Okay, 0.335. Hit enter. Okay, and then off the top they're telling us 0.27. So we're going to go 265 on that, 0.265. And do the same on the base. Alright, 0.265. Hit enter. Alright, let's dimension the overall of the shape. This is saying it's 2.5, which is the number we wanted. And then over here they're telling us it's 1, which is also the number we wanted. So we'll hit the finish sketch. We're going to do an extrude. Select that shape. We're going into the box, and we're going in 0.57. 0.57. Press OK. Then we're going to do the fillet. The fillet on this end is also a radius of 0.2. So we need to select each of our four corners. Flip our shape up here. Get all of those. Press apply. Close out the box. And we're done. Our shape is finished. Coming over here, this probably should be 0.57. The number isn't showing up that well in the drawing, but you probably want to go back and edit this distance here being the 0.57 that we used on the other side. And then we just need to change the color of our shape here. So I would come up, okay, scroll to the top, and in this case the wood that we're using is birch, and I'll choose birch, and we're finished. Okay, we're finished. Oh, we forgot the pinstripe on the side. So let's do that real quick. We're going to come over, start a 2D sketch. Okay, on the front here, I will zoom in on the front. We're going to draw a rectangle. Okay, so I'll come over here, draw my rectangle. Okay, once I have that rectangle, let's do some dimensioning. The drawing is telling us it comes down 0.3 from the top. So 0.3, already got that, and then it comes in from here to here. Should be 0.06. Type in the 0.06, and then the overall height of that should also be 0.06. Okay, so that's done. And if we come over to the other side, so I'm going to pan over, okay, again, draw a rectangle, okay. Once I have that rectangle, I'm going to dimension it to the top, should be 0.3, and then we have to do our 0.06s, so we'll dimension this, 0.06, hit enter, and then this should also be 0.06, hit enter, finish the sketch. Now we're going to do our extrude. Very difficult to see. You got to zoom in and click on that little box, and we'll zoom out and we'll pan over, and we're also going to zoom in and click on that little box. Okay, so once we have that and we have both of them coming out, we're going the opposite direction, and we want to choose all, and that will cut out our pinstripe on both sides of our passenger section. Okay, our passenger section is finished. Make sure you save this. All right, and on to the next video. Looking good.